So this what I don't understand. How does a non-Pacoima guy knows what a guy from Pacoima does in Pacoima?
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Listen.
Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Smackwood and that hustle. Big shout out to my SPR, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
G to 7 C's, 3 G's, navigated with ease by SPI Easty, Mr. 1597. Y'all see the title, what's up? It's crazy because anybody know me know. One of my home away from homes for years have been the Jordan Down Projects. However, I got family and loved ones in the Nickersons. And these two communities have a long history of not only community and family, but of chaos and feuding. But with no further ado, let's see what the Bounty Hunters and the Baby Lows have been up to.
Where you from? I'm from 103rd Street. Right now, safe, fake.
Welcome to Boys in the Hood TV. Today we tapping into the streets of Watts, discussing the war between the Grape Street Crips versus the Bounty Hunter Bloods. Centered in the Watts neighborhood of South Los Angeles, this beef has claimed countless lives on both sides. Formed in the early 1970s, Grape Street and the Bounty Hunter both trace their roots to Watts public housing projects. The Grape Street Crips coalesced around the Jordan Downs projects, while the Bounty Hunter Bloods, originally known as the Green Jackets, rose in the nearby Nickerson Gardens. The Grape Streets and Bounty Hunters controlling adjacent housing projects became bitter enemies. Early confrontations were relatively small, but as both gangs grew, their battles escalated from fistfights to gunfire, especially with the influx of crack cocaine and high-powered firearms in the 1980s. By the late 80s, gang violence in Watts was out of control. Los Angeles gang experts would later call the Grape Street versus Bounty Hunter feud the most violent and long-lasting feud in the area. But things started to heat up in the late 80s going into the 90s.
See, if you're a street person, you know when to go in there and when not to go in there. If your vibes tell you to go, you go. If your vibes tell you to lay back, hey man, you got to be cool. Because you go off in there against your vibes and they shermed out, you dead.
Veteran LAPD gang officers note that each project became virtually off limits to rivals. A bounty hunter entering Jordan Downs or a Grape Street member caught in Nickerson Gardens risked being killed on sight. By 1989, gang murder rates in Watts were astonishingly high. 25 homicides occurred that year just within the reporting districts covering the three main housing projects.
Many young black men are being killed in gang warfare. Those who avoid getting shot end up in jail. Today, 1 in 4 young black men are either in jail or under court supervision. Many expect to go to jail, according to Leon Watkins, who runs a South Central LA crisis hotline.
On April 28, 1992, rival gang representatives met at a Watts mosque and signed a truce modeled after an international peace treaty, symbolically pledging to end hostilities.
People don't lost brothers, mothers, sisters, daughters, sons, everything over this, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's time for our people to come together.
I said G-Todd for those that couldn't see it. My big head in the way.
I'm a blood, and I love my blood, I love my homies. You know what I'm saying? These is Crips, they black. You know what I'm saying? It's time to come as one.
The treaty allowed members of each gang to socialize across project lines without fear. Longtime enemies shook hands, and for a time, the killing nearly stopped. The truce also produced the first ever Bloods and Crips rap album called Bangin' on Wax, a collective of active sets. Although no one from Grape Street appeared on the album, Bounty Hunter's own Lil Stretch appeared on multiple records, including
my nigga Lil Stretch,
including the most popular track, Pyru Love.
Hunters ain't playing in the 9-trap. From the 8 to the 5, we peel a cap back.
Because of this unity, we saw a change in Watts. Families could hold barbecues and parties that brought Jordan Downs, Nickerson, and Imperial Court's residents together peacefully. This ceasefire became famous after being coincidentally timed with the 1992 riots, and it was credited with helping reduce LA gang violence through the 1990s. And by the early 2000s, a new generation was coming of age with no memory of the 92 agreement. The peace treaty officially imploded by 2005, according to gang experts. A pivotal turning point came in early 2005 with the murder of a beloved bounty hunter known.
I hate to let y'all know, that shit was over way before 2005. Oh, my mama.
Known as Dwayne Sexy Wayne Brooks. On March 5, 2005, Brooks, 22, was shot and killed during a late-night gang confrontation near a Gardena skating rink. He was a popular bounty hunter, and street rumors immediately blamed a Grape Street Crip for his killing. This incident ignited the feud anew, and in a surprising twist, it forged new alliances. Outraged by Sexy Wayne's death, the bounty hunter Bloods allied with the P.J. Watts Crips from Imperial Courts against their common enemy, Grape Street. A string of tit-for-tat violence rocked Watts in spring 2005. 1 week later, a 19-year-old innocent man, Jason Harrison, was gunned down inside Jordan Downs, likely targeted just for being in Grape Street territory. By mid-2000s, the feud had truly been reignited, undoing.
My nigga Blackie, to go in somebody else's project and get on one, you got to really be serious. I got to be some cold adrenaline. Oh, my mama.
Much of the peace of the 1990s. The Grape Street Crips found themselves effectively fighting a two-front war, facing Bloods from Nickerson on one side and Crips from Imperial on the other. Notably, the Hacienda Village Bloods of the smaller Gonzaque Village project also shared a common hatred of Grape Street, creating an unofficial Blood Crips ceasefire between Hacienda and PJ Crips as well. By 2011, however, community intervention programs and increased policing began to curb the bloodshed. After nearly 2 years without a killing in the projects, gunfire erupted before dawn at Imperial Courts. Floyd Vidot was standing with friends at an outdoor playground when assailants approached and shot him multiple times. Vidot died at the scene. Investigators soon linked the shooter to the bounty hunter Bloods.
I think you pronounced that name Vidot. I know somebody from Tragnew, black dude with that same last name, but it's Vidot.
In fact, Bobby G.K. Porky Watts, a 27-year-old bounty hunter, was later convicted of Vidot's murder. Surveillance footage showed Watts' vehicle circling Imperial Courts just before the killing.
It's young Roscoe. With a snot nose. Look, catch me on the corner with the Mexicans with a...
In the early hours of August 11, Damian Fredericks Hubbard, a 23-year-old reputed bounty hunter, nicknamed Roscoe, was walking through Nickerson Gardens when a dark vehicle rolled up. Multiple shooters jumped out and opened fire, hitting Roscoe fatally at 4:30 a.m. He died in the hospital shortly after. This drive-by occurred on bounty hunter turf, suggesting...
Brother, respectfully, if they hopped out, it wasn't a drive-by.
It was retaliation, likely by Grape Street or their allies, for the Imperial Court shooting. The timing was striking. Roscoe's killing came just weeks after Floyd Vidot's, escalating fears of tit-for-tat payback. Yet, in the immediate aftermath, no reprisal came from the bounty hunters. LAPD Captain Philip Tingurides later walked through Nickerson Gardens and thanked some hardcore bounty hunter members for not jumping back and wasting more lives in response. Watts was rocked by two coordinated murders only minutes apart. The first victim was Kevin Flipside White, age 44, a legend in...
Yeah, they just don't know. Ain't nowhere in the world. They just decided, oh, we gonna take that on the chin. Somebody came up in here and did that. Y'all just ain't just knowing all that you thought y'all knew. Gotta be. Stop it. Knock it off.
Nickerson Gardens. Flipside was not only a respected triple OG in the bounty hunter Bloods, he was also a former rap artist who had recorded on Death Row Records in the 1990s with the group OFTB.
Going on my banging life, and I ain't letting them
around 7.
I was about to get through.
7:25 p.m., Flipside was chatting with a young woman in the front yard of his childhood home near 114th Street and Success Ave in Nickerson. At least 2 gunmen leapt out and opened fire with multiple rounds, hitting White repeatedly. Gravely wounded, Flipside was rushed to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 9:30 p.m. The suspects...
I think that's why I had got it f***ed up and thought Lil Stretch had passed. Shout out to my nigga Lil Stretch. I talked to him a few months ago. I had to tell him, like, damn, I'm glad you tapped in. Because in my spirit, I thought you had passed. Thought you were deceased. He was like, hell no. I'm thinking this is probably why, though. Rest in peace on my mama.
Fled, but the violence was not over. It was about to claim another life moments later. Only 10 minutes after Flipside was gunned down, gunfire erupted a few blocks east in the Imperial Course projects. The victim this time was Marquise Delshawn Brighter, a 29-year-old affiliated with the P.J. Watts Crips. Brighter was walking near the Imperial Course gym when a minivan, matching the description from Flipside's shooting, pulled up and 2 shooters jumped out firing. Marquise tried to run, but the gunman caught up and shot him multiple times on the ground, killing him instantly. The back-to-back timing and method of these 2 murders made it clear they were coordinated.
Yeah, motherfuckers was real bold. They not doing no drive-bys in another project. They jumping out on foot doing all that. With all the cameras up, sheesh.
Detectives believe the same crew of Grape Street Crips from Jordan Downs committed both killings as a single mission of revenge. Kevin Dion Phillips, 26, identified as a Grape Street member, was charged with 2 counts of murder for White and Brighter's deaths, with gang special circumstance allegations. The other suspects remain under investigation. Phillips was accused of being one of the trigger men who assassinated Flipside and Chicken. These murders, the killing of a famous Nickerson Gardens rapper, and the rapid reprisal against an Imperial Courts Crip, sent shockwaves through Watts. Flipside's funeral, held at Macedonia Baptist Church in Nickerson Gardens, became a pivotal moment. Hundreds of mourners, including many bounty hunter bloods, hard hitters, and triple OGs, gathered not to plot revenge, but to urge restraint. Revered elders like Ronald Cartoon Antwine, a founder of the bounty hunters, took the pulpit and implored younger members not to grab their Glocks and seek payback. On March 27, 2019, Denzel Poppy Gordon, 21, was shot and killed in the Jordan Downs housing development, heart of Grape Street territory. This happened around dusk on 101st Street. Gordon was reported to be a Grape Street affiliate, and word spread that bounty hunters might have orchestrated his murder. Then on March 28, 2019, the very next day, a man was killed near Nickerson Gardens, just outside bounty hunter turf. Police weren't sure if this second homicide was a domestic dispute or retaliation for Gordon's death, but many feared it was the start of tit-for-tat paybacks. 2 days later, on Saturday, friends of Denzel Gordon held a memorial car wash and vigil in Watts. Within hours, gunfire erupted at Nickerson Gardens. A 23-year-old bounty hunter was shot dead in front of the project's entrance. Just 1 day later, on Sunday, 2 Grape Street Crips were shot and wounded back at Jordan Downs. Though the Crip victims survived, the message was clear. Neither side will let the other's attack go unanswered. Over just 5 days, Watts has suffered multiple shootings and at least 3 homicides directly tied to the feud. In 2021, at least 4 of 8 homicides in Nickerson Gardens were the result of internal disputes among bounty hunters themselves. That said, the feud still simmers under the surface. Watts residents today are keenly aware of the thin line between peace and war.
We getting rich off peace.
Short fuse with the long clip. Think I'ma slip, you fucking with the wrong crib. End of the road, part of the journey. Get up off that gurney, gotta call the attorney. Time is money, mine kinda expensive. You can find me minding my business. Love blind. I see y'all hate me, sleep with one eye open, heat off safety. Smoking medicated dope in my own lane. Sophisticated scope with the long aim. On one out here hitting corners. On us, better act like you know, cuz I'm in a function by myself with number some stuffed inside my belt. Same old loc with a bit more money. So run me my dough and get demo dummy on
demonstrations. Let a nigga try to trip right now. I got situations, baby. Said a nigga doing demonstrations. Beat the box on the bitch like it needed an initiation, baby. Rich blood, strip club, and the bitch hugging me, talking about she loving the thug. Getting me all in the club with the snub with me. Yeah, she heard about the dick and I got drugs in me. Ooh, cold nigga, turn the bitch a go get it. She gon' leave here a square, return a hoe nigga. Go brother, front line P.I. dope dealer. Bottom line, I'm a figure rope nigga. I can see this shit. Burner on my hip, it's never in the whip. Real gangbangers know the manuscript. Got my eye on the homies and I watch the CRIPS. Heavy on my tip, cause niggas is pushing politics. And Dimmer Lane is my affiliation. Let a nigga play the day, I got the situation. I leave a pussy bleed like administration. Stretch a nigga like a limo, give a demonstration. Demonstration. Let a nigga try to trip right now. I got the situation, baby. Said a nigga doing demonstrations. Beat the box on the bitch like it needed an initiation, baby.
Okay, I guess I must have missed the memo. But since I'm here, might as well give a demo. Doctor say, suck to something with my mental. Cause every gunshot sounds like an instrumental. I blow blunts till I'm bronchitis. Tell her put your mouth on the bitch but don't bite it. If I put it in the bag, niggas gon' buy it. Any coast to the streets, then I'm gon' buy it. That from day one, I ain't have to get quartered on. Squeeze you with the needle, eat shots like cortisone. So by the cortisone. Watch killers turn snitch and hurt my cortisone. I with the war for any penny they was shorted on. Even they steaks off the place that they snorted on. Reported on by some niggas I supported. Got wiretaps and pics, same phone they recorded on.
Demonstrations. Let a nigga try to trip right now. I got the situation, baby. Said a nigga doing demonstrations. Beat the box on the bitch like it needed an initiation, baby.
Snake Wood Net Hustling. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch.
Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Blood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crib.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the Black Box with Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!
Man, the fact that you still here let me know you Google gang for real. And that means YouTube feels you would love that video on your screen. So go on and hit it. Keep it green. Oh, my mama, Jeter. Gratitude is the attitude.